bro.
I want to know more as far as a rap mentor, the artist development. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I kind of be managing an artist. That's my boy. Okay. Shout out to Lit. But you know, we making use your services. You know what I mean? So, what's the different? Kind of break it down for me.
I think the main thing I specialize in teaching rappers how to rap, gain fans, and monetize their fan base. Okay. But also, I'm real picky on branding. I get down to the nitty fucking gritty, like to the point where like if you start from ground zero, I can pretty much get you to a reasonable point. Okay. So a lot of artists that reach out to me, most artists just want to get their fan base up. That's really what it is. They don't even care about the money. Right. They don't even care about. So I spend a lot of time teaching them how to brand and build their fans most of the time. The problem I notice with most starting artists, I don't care if it's podcast artists or anybody starting from the mud, their branding is not to par. They're not ready to be marketed, and they don't know that. Right. And a lot of times they don't speak to any like specific audience. So basically, to go back, I've created a way where I can take what you do, look at it, analyze it, social media, your message, and then make it more marketable. So, and then after you market, you can start to run ads and get that fan base. Right. Okay.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So, I mean, what do you, when you're doing it, what's the what do they lack the most? You know what I mean?
I want to assume.
You just pretty much gotta
assume that they at least can rap okay. A lot of them honestly say music just ain't that good. But we're gonna assume they're okay. They're a solid rapper. Let's say they're solid, their music is solid. The main thing they lack is a message and a brand. That's the main thing. You almost gonna get nowhere without a message and brand. I don't care if you got millions of dollars. Even if you do take millions, it's gonna take you way longer to build a fan base. So they usually lack a message and brand. They usually rap. I think the reason they try to copy off of like Drake, they don't realize like the point Drake at, he's a mainstream artist. His message is going to be kind of in general. You start from the bottom, you need to be specific. So a lot of them, they don't have a clean cut story or a clean cut image. They just kind of a person. That raps about stuff.
Got you.
That's usually every artist I break down. That's usually the problem.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I definitely get it. Brandon is very very important. You know what I mean? But if you take the time and just do it the first time,
it's kind of difficult for artists. I didn't know that shit when I was younger. I didn't know that shit. They ain't teach me that shit. So I get it.
You know why I've always, and not to say I've always been on point with branding, but before just recently, it wasn't for marketing purposes on why I was doing certain things. You know what I mean? It was because I like shit to match.
You OCD, you OCD, right?
A little bit, you know what I mean? I'm a perfectionist, so to speak, you know what I mean? But I just like shit to match. I want all my colors to match. I don't want it to be a bunch of random everything.
I accidentally got a brand because I was just doing shit based off my interests, and all my interests just was around each other. I like traveling, I like clothes, I like motivating, and then when I got older, I just realized like, oh, that just all go together. So like, oh, I got a brand. I didn't know it. Know it, and then when I realized it, I just touched on it and made it a little more strategic. But mine was an accident too.
Yeah, for real. I was just like, I just like it to match.
Just cohesive.
Straight up. But like this one was the first one where I really put it together strategically. Like, okay, this is the message I want to put out.
Okay.
This is my mud that I came out of. You know what I mean? This is the people I want to inspire, and this is how I'm gonna do it. And these are the avenues I'm taking. That was tunnel vision.
It worked, man. Shit.
And I just created that.
It worked.
I just created my story through music. I'm trying to create it through art. You know what I mean? Through podcasting, interviewing, hosting, talking, everything, clothes, everything.
Push your brand, man. Push your brand.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Yeah, speaking of that too, man, that's why my whole goal is ultimately to take an artist from square one to get to the point where you're at, like pushing more than just music, like a lifestyle, a culture. Where you can monetize. Let's be real. Music alone for independent artists is, I don't care if you're signed, it's pretty hard to make a lot of money with streaming. But I feel like music is really great to get attention. It's really great if you're good or solid. It's really good to get attention. Then monetize that. If you have a message, you can sell me a t-shirt. You can sell me a course on your podcast. I can watch your podcast.
Tell for the people that don't know, tell them what you mean by monetize.
Monetize. Okay.
They be like, what? What's that?
Monetize. What I mean by that is, my definition, at least, I want you to make money off of multiple things around your brand. It's not just music. A lot of you artists, and I get it, y'all come up, y'all think just music. If you really do the math, streams are terrible. It's about, to get 1 million streams, it's like, 1 million streams like what, $4,000? A million streams, roughly. You know, most of us is not getting 1 million streams. I'm not getting no 1 million streams anytime soon. Even if I do, can it be consistent? Then we're not counting the money that you spend to market it, the playlisting, the so on and so on.
Right.
So I feel like and a lot of artists lack money.
Right.
Usually lack money, brand, and just direction, right?
Yeah.
So I figure like, if I could take you from ground zero, build a brand. So let's say you're rapper A, right? You're little Joe Blow, Joe
Right.
Smo, whatever, right? Let's say if you your culture is anime. That's your culture.
Okay.
So you make anime music. You get that attention, boom, 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 boom. Now your fans, they're into anime. They all have a common interest. Then you might want to sell a comic book.
Right.
You might want to do a convention. You want to have an anime shirt, an anime podcast. And that way you can make money from multiple sources of income and take some of that slice, then put it into your music.
Okay.
Then when the label talk to you, they got to talk to you correctly. I'm already making money. I already got a fan base.
Right.
Talk to me correctly.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Come with it.
Quantifiable steps. See, y'all
Yeah.
gotta check me out.
Yeah,
But
see, go check them out.
Simple.
Go check them out.
hard to do, but simple. You know what I
Very
mean?
simple.
I ain't going back up to my old life. Popping bottles every show night. Married to the money, being broke, that be my old wife. I ain't going back up to my old life. I ain't going back up to my old life. Stop until we poppin' and you know who we are.